Hello, this is a Yamaha G1 made in 1992 and 160 centimeters long. And I've just been tuning it. It's just come into stock, and it's a good time for me to assess it because tuning it, you think about the piano. Now, it's a mahogany piano, and quite commonly when we buy a mahogany piano of this age, we find that when we lift the lid here, there's a different colour underneath. It's darker there, but as you can see here, sorry, it's a shadow that makes it look different. I mean the reflection. So that's exactly the same colour throughout. So that's encouraging. It's been kept very well, and the same colour as it was originally. No fading on it. And the piano's immaculate internally and externally. Just looking a bit here at the inside of the piano, but it's as it was when it was new. Just obviously slightly dirtied, but not significantly. Now, this is in the same price bracket as the Yamaha GB1, which is 10 centimeters shorter, a new piano. So if you're buying a Yamaha piano, I would really advise buying the slightly longer one, 10 centimeters, but also what you're seeing, I'm bringing the music desk backwards and forwards. The GB1 music desk sits in there, so I use this for adjusting it, so I don't need my glasses, pull it forward. And I think it's annoying to have this fixed music desk, and also it's harder to tune because it's higher up here. So I would advise really buying with a sliding music desk. We also sell Yamaha Grand pianos, which are similar price bracket to the GB1s, longer pianos, but also have a sliding desk. Thought it might interest technicians to see this wing nut design here, which I've never seen before, but very cleverly designed. So that pushes down, and then you can turn it as you would normally to get the action out. Some Grands don't have wing nuts, and they really are, I think, essential. Save so much time for technicians. Now there's the wing nut taken out with a little ball bearing to hold it down there. I think that's a brilliant idea. It'd be wonderful if more manufacturers copied that, though I haven't seen any other like this in the Yamaha. Perhaps if you sold a lot of Yamahas or worked on a lot, you'd have seen that before. But very, very useful idea. It's a very well manufactured piano, as Yamahas in the early 90s were wonderful pianos. There's a very good break point here, which we've shown in other videos, very important. The bottom bass, well, Yamaha strings aren't as pure as German strings. In fact, this piano is being rented out for while a client's piano is being worked on. So it's rented out to the client who's bought this Bösendorfer 170 Grand, which is one that we really enjoy restoring. But the casework is going to be polyestered. So while that's happening, they're going to use the Yamaha. If we listen to the bottom bass in this piano, these are original Bösendorfer strings. So there's really pure strings, and Bösendorfer finished their strings off in a unique way. That's how you can tell they're the originals. You look at those strings and how they're finished. I can't really describe how it is, it's just the way Bösendorfer does it. But even right down to the bottom A is very rich. Now, of course, these Yamaha bass strings are shorter. That's 117 centimeters long, the speaking length, compared to 125 on the Bösendorfer for bottom C. So it's not quite fair, but nevertheless, if you listen to that, it's not as pure. I don't know if you can pick that up on the video. Let's listen to the Bösendorfer again. So here's the Bösendorfer. Very pure sound, doesn't waver at all, very rich. Yamaha again. Bösendorfer. It's got a lovely biting sound to it as well. Of course, the main area in the middle here is more important. Well, that's such a silky sound. We've also weighted off this piano, so it's as good, if not better, than the new piano. Back to the Yamaha and the middle area. That's a different tone. I really enjoy the tone of this piano too, plainer sound, but certainly for a modern piano is excellent. Now, looking at the action, the hammers show that the piano's been played a reasonable amount. Let's say that represents perhaps a quarter of an hour a day, of lightish playing over that period of time, since 1991, but they actually don't need refacing, and in fact in some respects the tone now varies between the una corda and where the strings hit. You can see all 3 string marks there, and I prefer the tone of a piano once it's been played in. So that's a Yamaha G1 made in 1991, very recently in stock, and is a fine piano, fine Yamaha, very well kept and used relatively little, very little really, just played in nicely, so there's a contrast between the ordinary and the una corda, which is useful if you want to play and get yourself a contrast on a piece like this. A lot of top musicians use the una corda. You may not be able to hear it on the video, but it's a bit subtle actually. I might exaggerate it a bit when we sell the piano just to get it a bit stronger. But it has a good tenor area. This piano, if you're interested in it, it's going to be out because the client's using it while we're finishing off their piano, as we mentioned earlier. So it'll probably be back in early August, I would say, or mid-August. If you want to reserve the piano, that's perfectly possible. If you let us know about that by email, then we'll say how we can go about that. You won't find much finer piano available in this price bracket of this length of piano. We also do the 48162, which is a new piano, and slightly dearer than this, but it's a very good piano too. But an excellent choice, I would say. Thank you very much for listening. I should have said that piano like this we're very happy to guarantee for at least 10 years. It'll carry on for forever and ever. Yamahas don't really go wrong. The main problem is if you put them in a damp place or a very dry place. But extremely reliable pianos.